Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast with Kevin Harrington and Seth Greene. Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, one of the original sharks from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and has generated over $5 billion in TV and digital direct response sales. Seth Greene is the world's first trusted authority on cutting-edge direct response marketing, a best-selling author, and the only 3-time Marketer of the Year nominee. On the podcast, Kevin and Seth interview sharkpreneurs who share straight talk on what it takes to explode your business.
49 faces looked to him in triumph. Over the last 12 months, they had each taken turns and promoted his business for a week at a time, driving over $987,342 in revenue. What if you had a network of 50 centers of influence who promoted your business every week for a year? Grab your copy of the #1 Amazon best-selling book, The Ultimate Guide to Growing Your Business with a Podcast, at 33% off the Amazon price by going to ultimatepodcastbook.com. Again, that website for 33% off the Amazon price is ultimatepodcastbook.com. Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast. This is your co-host, Seth Greene. Today I have the good fortune with Aisha Chottani. Aisha, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Super excited about this.
All right, let's go back in time a little bit. How did you get started?
I got started because I used to be a management consultant working long hours, 15-hour days, intensity, pressure. And as much as I loved that intensity and thrived on it, I was unable to balance all different aspects of me. In search of that, I started meditating, building better rituals and habits. And I realized how difficult it is for us to sometimes reset, take a deep breath, and build these. And so come COVID, when the world was going through so much stress, I decided to start this as a way to help others do the same.
Awesome. I'm sure the longer version of that story could probably be in a book somewhere, if it isn't already.
It will be one day.
You heard it here first, folks. Well, we will have you back on when the book comes out to promote it. So let's talk a little bit about what the business is and what it does.
Yeah, so Moment is a mood-boosting botanical beverage that supports mind-body health, no added sugar, no caffeine, natural ingredients that support you all through the day. It is really, for me, it is more than a beverage. It is a way to reset, and all different aspects of the beverage or the brand have been thought about it that way. So from the beautiful design of the cans to what actually goes into it has all been very intentionally crafted to create that experience of reset, rejuvenation in a crazy workday.
That sign me up. I wish I had one here to drink with you. So how did did you say management consultant?
Yeah, management consultant, one of those.
So how does that turn into a beverage brand?
Yeah, so management consultant, as I was rewinding back to my old life, long hours, a lot of pressure, where you learn how to use a lot of your mind, but sometimes you forget about other parts of you, about balance, about resetting your different energy flows. And I was at the point of burnout, which is where I had to take a step back and redo how I was doing life. And in that process, I learned how to balance, and I learned a lot of incredible things. I went very deep into meditation and some of the superfoods and adaptogens that I had grown up with myself, my parents, my grandparents. And all of that led to this incredible journey and starting this movement.
That is awesome. And you describe it as drink your meditation. So
Actually,
which is very aspirational. Like, how do you translate that into functional specific ingredients? And how do you decide that when you were trying to manage your burnout and your stress, that a drink was what the solution was going to be?
yeah, so it wasn't always about the drink. It started off more as what are the best ways to balance and reset yourself when you have a lot going on in life. And I tested and tried a lot of different things. Some of the things that specifically worked for me were meditation, a lot of better rituals, a lot of like pausing, and some specific ingredients that really helped with individual functions of your body, like balancing your stress levels through managing your cortisol, or activating your alpha brain waves, giving you that like sense of creativity, helping cognitive thinking. And so it was through a long process that I realized that, a lot of people find it very difficult because they have very busy lives to actually even take out that 10-15 minutes to meditate or get into better habits. And so and that's why I decided I wanted to help support them. It wasn't always about making it into a beverage, but very quickly, as soon as I started asking friends and family and people that I was working with as to what would be the best form factor, it felt like the beverage would be the best way to make it most accessible. Also, because a lot of people end up consuming caffeine, excessive sugar during the day, which actually goes against them without them realizing it. So it was a lot of different forces coming together, propelling me to create this.
Awesome. And you talk about how it's not just about the beverage, right?
Yeah.
Creating a more mindful experience, which, as you mentioned, goes from the packaging all the way to, I think you provide people like SMS, text message reminders and a bunch of other things. Like, how have what are some of those brand extensions, and how have they helped like amplify your impact?
Yeah, 100%. So one of the things that was really important for us was ensuring that it's a full experience about resetting, and because what goes into the drinks is a lot of functional ingredients. It is about also driving awareness and educating. Some of these ingredients have been used in a lot of other parts of the world for thousands of years, but they might be newer to the US. And so there is a lot of education and awareness, and we wanted to help our consumers understand how it makes you feel, which is how this tagline of drink your meditation, or this SMS based meditation club that we offer our community. So it is about driving this broader awareness and educating, storytelling about what we're trying to do that leads into all of this. So we have an SMS based meditation club. We partner with a lot of different brands that drive similar messaging, including a lot of yoga studios, and our community is full of people who are health enthusiasts or wellness enthusiasts, and that's how those are some of like the initiatives we use to do this. um, Beyond that, a lot of it also goes into how we thought about the experience of the can itself, about the drink itself. For us, having a can that told the story in a beautiful way was also really important. Our cans today are printed recyclable cans. We actually spent a lot of time working on the packaging front to make sure that it resonates. We have partnered with Crown, and we went through a lot of difficulty in this industry to get there, but we did, and we're very grateful for our partnership over there. But if you now look at the can and you drink the drink, you will understand the entire experience, from the tactical gradient feel that is inspired by rainbows and sunrises and sunset, a lot of natural elements that help you calm and give you some grounding, along with the ingredients that go into the can.
Can you talk a little bit about your distribution and how you've grown?
Yeah, we are very proud to today be in about 1,000 stores and different types of locations around the country. We're in the natural channel, along with a lot of yoga studios and spaces where people care about wellness. We also have 15,000 subscribers today across different platforms. These are people that are having a moment every single day, which is just so surreal and incredible. We want to make this more accessible going forward. That's our dream. And so we are, as we speak, launching into airports. We're launching in a few different office spaces around New York. And we just also launched with a few different cruise ships, including Disney, Virgin Voyages, just so that it is more and more accessible and people have it where they need it the most, especially with the sober curious movement where people are actively looking to reduce alcohol as well.
Well, that is absolutely incredible. Congratulations on that. You've grown the movement so much. What's your biggest challenge now?
Yeah, I would say there's two challenges. One is in line with what I was mentioning around the business, which is how do you drive awareness and how do you support your audience or community in building better rituals and making them stick? That is the most difficult thing. It's and that has actually also been the reason for success, but it continues to stay a challenge as we grow bigger and bigger and we access different parts of the country. The second challenge I would say is more personal. It is about, it's ironic, but when you are an entrepreneur, it can be pretty intense, and you have to figure out ways to constantly manage your energy and flows. And so I'm really put to the test here because this is what I'm trying to help others with, and ensuring that I do the same for me is, I would say that's a challenge.
Your passion is obvious. What do you like best about what you're doing?
I would say I love the impact it has on people. And for me, it is this broader aspect of cultural relevance, or how we're going to change the culture in the future. There is a lot of people in the community who will reach out to us, parents, teachers, veterans, people doing double shifts. They'll come back and say, hey, Moment is having such a huge impact. And they've been having Moment daily and they're actually seeing changes. They're sleeping better. They're getting up feeling more refreshed. They feel better. So and sometimes they'll write these like long, deep emails because of the impact that it is having on them. They feel so connected, and that actually really makes my day. And the fact that these small moments are going to, over time, transform into like a bigger cultural movement is what's really exciting.
That is awesome. For our folks watching or listening, where is the best place for them to go to get movement? How do we get it?
You can get it on our website, www.drinkmoment.com. That's the easiest way to get it. But otherwise, you can also get us at your local Sprouts or H-E-B or one of the other national stores if you're in your area. If you're not, we'll be there soon. And in the meantime, online.
All right. Well, we know your time is incredibly valuable. We greatly appreciate you spending some of it with us. This has been Seth Greene for Sharkpreneur with Aisha from drinkmoment.com. Aisha, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This was a pleasure.
Thanks, everybody, for watching or listening. We'll talk to you or see you next time.
Why do so many businesses struggle while others seem to explode overnight? Do you wish you had the secret to this type of exponential growth? Now, I've scaled more than 20 businesses to over $100 million, and it's not just luck. In my new book with Mark Tim, Mentor to Millions, you'll learn the repeatable framework I use in all my business ventures for massive success. Order at kevinmentor.com and get over $1,000 in bonuses. Head to kevinmentor.com.